Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Reaction 2. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, Episode 6. Well, last episode we had our fight with the bandits and the sea serpent, and everything went not completely smoothly, but the end result was a pretty smooth result, I'd say, in the end. So, we were able to rescue Mui, and we got rid of the magic stone, which apparently the calamity the magic stone brought was that giant sea serpent that is just incredibly big, incredibly powerful, and incredibly dangerous, and apparently destroyed the village of Mui a couple hundred years ago. But he kept the magic stone around for that entire time, and eventually, though, the monster caught up to them, and this time, Mui decided to get rid of the magic stone for good, and hopefully that monster won't come back anytime soon. But before it left, it suddenly opened up the floor underneath us and revealed that that oasis was withholding a giant underground labyrinth, so probably something that Kazuhio and Marie are going to explore for a while. I don't know if Mui will join us or not, but either way, that's probably what we can expect to see from the fantasy world going forward. Other than that, we still got our normal stuff to do in Japan as well, like get Marie to learn the language and just explore more stuff and have all sorts of other fun slice of life things to do there. So not really sure what this episode is going to do, if we're going to stay in the fantasy world for a little bit longer or if we're going to go back to Japan. But no matter what they decide to do, I'm looking forward to it, so let's get into it and find out. There'll be two versions of this reaction. There'll be the timer-based version, one set up your own video player to that. Or if you want to stay on this video, there'll be a smaller version of my own video player on the other side of the screen for you. Without further ado, let's get into Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, Episode 6. Where the hell are we? In some sort of church, it looks like. Or a castle. Uh-oh. Better not get greedy.
魔石が発掘されるとなったらこの国は大金持ちですもの。僕らはよそ者だけど特別に探索許可をもらえるはずだよ。手つかずの迷宮探索なんて楽しみでたまらないよ。私は参加できるかわからないわ。
Oh, why not?
魔術師ギルドから許可が下りないと思うの。
Oh, boo.
私のランクでは謎の多い迷宮だし危険度が高いとみなされるでしょうから、多分代行者として上級魔術師が派遣されるんじゃないかしら。
How boring.
以外の人と探索するのか。そうなったら僕も辞退しようかな。何言ってるの？今楽しみって言ってたじゃない。
I was looking forward to it, but yeah, thank you. How flirtatious of you.
そんなこと言って。とにかく許可証をもらったらギルドに報告に行かなきゃ。鳥の使いをやったけど、ギルドでもきっと大騒ぎになってるわ。
Uh-oh. Why is that thing blinking? Okay, so it's gonna bring bad stuff, apparently. Why hasn't he come back with those lunches again? So that dragon has some sort of connection to the labyrinth that was uncovered, and apparently that labyrinth is very bad news. But for now, let's just forget about that and have a good time exploring the new area. Maybe so the Sorcerers Guild potentially might bring in a new sorcerer to explore the labyrinth with. I wonder if it's that one girl from the intro here that I think is about to show up any second now. Yeah, that one. Whoever that girl is that also likes food, probably maybe even more so than Marie. honestly been a little surprised by this show. I thought it was going to be like I thought it could be like a 50-50 between the fantasy world and the real world, but it kind of feels like it's been more fantasy than real world. At least so far. Oh, well, I just said that, and now we're back in the real world, so maybe not. Oishii! He really likes making some extravagant breakfasts. Bacon, toast, egg.
それパンにつけて食べたらいいよ。
Oishii?
ねえマリー、やっぱり一緒に行こうよ、迷宮探索。僕らは何かと有利なんだしさ。
有利って失敗しても私たちならここで目を覚ますから？
それにはあまり頼りたくないけど、ほら、普通はたくさんの荷物が必要だよね。食料だって最低1週間分は。
あ、私たちにはいらないの。
Because they can, like, recharge.
眠ったらここへ帰ってこられるから身軽に行けるんだ。
They can, like, recharge.
今まであなた一人でそんな遊び方をしていたのね。私も行きたくなってきたわ。
魔術師ギルドに認めてもらう方法はないの？
あるわ。発見者が調査するための特例が、頼れる教
There we go then.
同行させること。つまり私たちなら問題ないと実力を示せばいいの。
なるほど。それはなかなか骨の折れる。
Hey, he's a pretty high level.
無理よ無理だと言ったら魔術師はおしまいよ。なめられないよう頑張って作戦を考えましょう。
了解。
For now, I gotta go back to work.
出かける前にもう一つ大事なこと。じゃあ行ってくるよ。なるべく早く帰って。マリー？い
ってらっしゃい。頑張ってね。
行ってきます。
So what's Marie gonna do? I guess study the language, probably?
よし。
Gonna do something.
月曜の通勤ラッシュは答えるな。でもこの時間を利用して
Back to this crappy life.
ギルドに実力を示すか。だいたい向こうで僕は子供の姿だし、相当力がないと。あの時マリーを人質にしようとする盗賊の罠にまんまとはめられた。幸い彼女に危害は及ばなかったものの、僕の力だけでは彼女の身を守れない。
Gotta get stronger.
課題をクリアしないと。それができなければ迷宮探索には向かえないな。そもそも僕もマリーも攻撃型の能力で守備は得意じゃない。盾となる役が誰かいれば。とはいえ知り合いもいないし、
Mui.
得るようなお金もない。
Cleaning the house. We have our own housewife now.
効率的ね。魔法よりもすごいかも。さ、掃除も終わったことだし、絶対にアニメを見られるように私はなる。
Now that's a smart goal.
絵や音楽だけでもアニメは楽しめるけど、
They don't have sub versions of her language yet.
新しい発見があるもの。もうこんな時間。お昼ご飯の準備をね。
Can she use the oven?
和彦に教わった通りできるかしら。
ヨーグルトと香草に一晩漬け込んだ鶏肉だよ。お昼になったらこれをオーブンで調理してほしいんだ。
大事なことってお昼ご飯？オーブンなんて使ったことないけど。
ボタンを押して時間を設定するだけだから簡単だよ。
That's not an oven, that's a microwave. That's a big difference. Do they call it an oven in Japan? Because that's definitely a damn microwave.
る。チキンの焼ける香りだけでもたまらないのに。これは。わかった。ガラムマサラを混ぜたのね。
The heck is a garam masala?
あの人ったら私の好物と知ってるくせに。ああ、全然集中できないわ。ケナ、お皿を用意しなきゃ。あ、そうだ。
She really is adorable.
我ながら最高の思いつきね。
Toad. Watching the movie again?
お昼ご飯を食べながらアニメ。最強の組み合わせよ。いただきまーす。
Hoishi!
ここに和彦がいたら、どう？おいしい？なんて尋ねてくるんでしょうね。
マリー、ちゃんと作れたかな。もしマリーと一緒に食べたら、こんななんでもないものもすごく美味しいのかもな。お、一条さんか。
北瀬さん、こんにちは。貸し出したあの絵本はいかがでしたか？私も好きな本なので、よかったらマリアーベルちゃんの感想も聞かせてくださいね。
She enjoyed the hell out of it, but we're not done reading it yet.
続きが気になるのに眠ってしまい、起きた時に少しだけ不機嫌そうな顔をしていました。
もしよかったら今晩親睦会をしませんか？夫も誘ってみますので、マリアーベルちゃんをお誘いください。
積極的だな。今までの僕なら絶対に断るところだけど。
What a loner. I guess we're gonna go for it then?
了解です。また時間を連絡します。
Okay. I don't think she's quite ready for surfing yet, but it is a nice image.
アリライのお茶屋さんとはまるで雰囲気が違うわね。なんていうかとても
Pretty fancy place.
大人になった気分。
飲んでみたらコーヒー。
これがコーヒーなのね。いい香りだけど黒いわね。苦っ。何これ、すごく苦いわ。
ちょっと貸してみて。
Got out a lot of sugar to coffee, and cream sometimes too.
はい、これでどうかな。
Oishi?
美味しいわ。
It's Hoishi!
砂糖を入れると飲みやすくなるんだよ。
That's been like the word of the anime this whole time.
私も人間の嗜好品にどんどん慣れてしまうのね。そのうち耳まで取れてしまいそう。ちょっと何がおかしいのかしら。最近のあなたは私を見て笑ってばかりの。
Cause you're adorable. How can you not laugh?
そういう時、僕は大抵マリーに見とれてるんだよ。
There he goes again.
そういうこと、眠そうな顔で言われてもちっとも嬉しくないわ。
いや、この顔は生まれつきで。
いらっしゃいませ。
あ、
北瀬さん、お待たせしちゃってごめんなさい。
いえいえ、大丈夫ですよ。
マリアーベルちゃん、こんばんは。紹介しますね。こちらが夫の一条徹
He's a
です。
good looking guy.
どうも。妻が無理を言ってすまなかったね。
It's all good.
いえ、北瀬です。よろしくお願いします。それとこちらが。
こんばんは。マリアーベルです。よろしくお願いします。
Pretty good.
どうした？
You're not allowed to look at her adoringly.
いや、妻から聞いていたけど、びっくりするほど綺麗な子だね。
He's saying all the...
間違えちゃった。
You're not saying any of the wrong words. The husband's saying all the wrong words.
それじゃあ移動しようか。ご近所付き合いなんて初めてだからね。お店の予約をしておいたよ。
ありがとうございます。
This is a pretty upscale place, it looks like. French food?
デザートはこの中の個室でいただくんだ。
へえ、マリーが喜びそうです。
Damn, we're kind of rich.
とっても雰囲気のあるお店ね。
うん、フレンチって言って外国の料理でね。本当はレストランでニット帽なんてダメだろうけど、
But
こればっかりは許してもらうしかない。
yeah, there's a bit of a reason she needs to keep wearing
ああ、
that.
よかった。
'Cause I don't think cosplay elf ears would go over well
心配
either.
しなくても今日は私が出させてもらうよ。
ああ、そんな悪いですよ。
いやいや、妻が無理やり呼び出したんだから。私にもね、今日ばかりは絶対残業するのってすごい剣幕で。
もうトールさん。ね、和彦。どうしてフォークやナイフがこん
We're
なに
gonna have a lot of meals.
これから料理が一皿ずつ出てくるから、それに合わせて外側から順番に使っていくんだよ。
意味がわからないわ。貴族みたい。
Yeah,
二人とも
I've never done fine dining like this either.
せっかくですもの。
This is out of my
楽
element.
しんでください。うわー、なんて綺麗な色の料理なの。まるで絵のようだわ。本当に食べていいのよね。
もちろん。
Don't yell hoishi too loud.
これも
God damn.
これも
How much is this gonna cost you, dude? No, you know what? Don't tell me the price of the bill. I don't want to hear it. I'm too scared to hear it.
次はおすすめのステーキですよ。一緒に出てくるフォアグラがすごく美味しいです。
They've already eaten a lot of food.
鳥の料理だよ。うん、多分驚いて声が出るんじゃないかな。
あなたね、私を何だと思っているの？二人きりの時ならまだしも、人前でそんなわけないでしょ。
We'll see about that.
うわー、香りがもう。食べてみて、マリアーベルちゃん。
It looks pretty amazing. Nice rare steak too. They know how to cook them in France.
ね、言ったでしょ。
それで、このフレンチというのは
Nope.
これでおしまいよね。
One more.
以上食べたら私どうにかなってしまうわ。
いや、まだデザートが。
なんということかしら。もう向こうの世界で何にも食べられなくなっちゃう。
Don't worry about us.
すみません。はしゃぎすぎてしまって。
いいえ、賑やかで楽しいですよ。でも本当に親戚なんですよね。すごく仲がいいというか。
君たち付き合ってるんでしょ。
違います。彼女リアクションが少し大きいだけで。
You don't need to hear that part. Not yet, at least. It needs to happen, but not yet.
すごく上手な日本語で驚いたわ。
挨拶の日本語上手でしたねって。
ありがとうございます。日本語はとても難しいです。でもアニメで勉強しています。アニメで？
アニメの映画を気に入って見ながら言葉を覚えていて、日本の田舎が舞台で3匹の変わった生き物が出てくる。
ああ、あれ、私も好きですよ。
That was enough of a description? Okay, if you say so.
今度の連休に祖父のいる青森に旅行する予定なんです。
へえ、それはいいですね。
その前に旅行に慣れてほしくて日帰りで行けるところを探しているんですが。
日帰りか。あ、それなら秩父なんてどうだい？知り合いが温泉の施設をやっていて、
Ooh,
僕らもたまに行くんだ。
that's a perfect
懐かしい雰囲気の
slice of life place to
の
go.
んびりできるよ。
しらこれ湯気が出ていて。
日本の温泉だよ。向こうの世界にもあるけど、もっとゆったりくつろげる。行ってみたい？
なんなら予約できるか聞いておこうか。
あ、ぜひお願いします。
Man, what a nice
な
guy.
んだか今日はいろんなことがトントン拍子に決まっていくな。
じゃあ僕らはちょっと寄るところがあるからここで。
はい、本当にごちそうさまでした。
Thanks for everything, man. We just met today and you're
こちらこ
freaking
そありがとう。
giving the
うちの
guy
妻も
like a free, like, fancy meal. And you're setting up a reservation at a hot spring.
猫ちゃんでしょ。実家の猫なの。
あんなに楽しそうな妻を見たのは久々だよ。
北瀬さん、今度うちにマリアーベルちゃんをお招きしてもいいでしょうか。
そりゃいいね。
おすすめのアニメの DVD があるので鑑賞会なんてどうかなと思いまして。
はあ、平日は僕が仕事でマリー一人の時間が多いのが気になっていたので、お誘いはありがたいんですが。
でしたら私の仕事は月曜日休みですし。
カオルコさんが君を家に招待したいって、一緒にアニメを見ませんかって。
Sounds like a lot of fun.
僕はまだ君を一人で出歩かせるのは心配なんだけど。
もう過保護ねあなた。
Well, it's a new world for you.
日本で何を怖がる必要があるのよ。
The
い
ears.
やいや、結局ね、本当に怖いのは魔物じゃなくて人間なんだよ。最近は物騒な事件ばかりだし。
北瀬君、
Don't watch the news.
可愛い子が心配になる気持ちはわかるよ。まあしばらくは妻と仲良くしてから考えるといいさ。
ああ、
Well,
ねえ和彦、私本当は知らない人と食事するの少し怖かったの。
but you enjoyed it.
あっちの世界でも日本でも安心しておしゃべりできる人ってあなただけだし。でも案外悪くないものね。勇気を出してお誘いを受けてみてよかったわ。ありがとう和彦。あなたのおかげよ。
いや、全部君のおかげだよ。
どうして？私何もしてないのに。
You've done everything for this man. Were you kidding?
君が来てから僕の世界は随分と変わったんだ。見慣れた景色も今は違って見えて。ありがとうマリー、日本へ来てくれて。
Marie, you make my life worth living. That's what he's trying to say. Now they can't even look each other in the eye. Hold hands, hold hands. Come on. Nice. How very lewd.
あ、そういえば
何？
忘れてた。迷宮探索のこと。
Who cares?
考えたけど、マリーが安全に行けるように体制が整うまではマジックギルドの代理人に任せてもいいと思うんだ。
私なら大丈夫よって言いたいとこだけど、あなたは過保護なところだけは頑固だから仕方ないわね。
そんなに頑固かな。
When it comes to that, you kind of are.
過保護かな。
過保護よ。 How delicious おいしい。
Another fun, chill episode. Yeah, it seems like basically with this show is like every other episode is at a different location. So we have one episode in Japan, then we got one episode back in the fantasy world, and then we just keep going back and forth between the two. And that's a pretty good like system to have, I would say. And both of them have their own like unique elements. You know, when we're in Japan, it's obviously like very heavy on the slice of life elements where we're just basically exploring Japan and eating a lot of good food and just having an overall good time. But in the fantasy world, we're still having that good time, but it's a lot, different. We're like fighting monsters sometimes. We're exploring labyrinths. We're, doing this crazy magical fast travel across the entire like country. All right. So that was Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, episode 6, and we had our next Japan focus episode where we got to do a lot of interesting things. We got to see Kazuhio, he went to work, so it was Maria all alone at the home, and we got to see how she spends her time while Kazuhio is away, and she cleans the house. She's basically literally acting like a housewife, which is pretty on brand. We need to like put a ring on that finger already, but I'm sure that'll come soon enough. We already got to hand holding at the end of this episode, so hopefully it's gonna come sooner rather than later. But nonetheless, after that, then she goes back to studying the language, and she's a fast learner. She's very like attentive at it. She's taking it extremely seriously, so she's gonna learn it pretty quick. And we already see like some of the efforts that she's been doing has paid off. She's able to say a few more sentences when she was talking to the other couple, and yeah, it's like all going pretty well. Then after that, we got to have a double date. I mean, technically not a double date since freaking Kazuhio still being stubborn about wanting to date her, but I guess it makes sense. They were always just trying to be platonic and whatnot, but in the end, I think it's gonna happen. I mean, they already were holding hands at the end of the episode, so I mean, I think they both got to know what that means to one another, but we'll see if they actually are maybe just a little bit stupid when it comes to that. But either way, they got to have that dinner with the other family, and they went to a pretty fancy location. They had like a fine dining experience for some French cuisine. I mean, I've been to quite a few restaurants in my day. I don't really go to like fancy upscale places like that, so I don't really know how they do things, but I've never seen food being served like that where apparently it comes in like multiple courses where you start with the appetizer or salad, whatever it is, then you move on to the next thing, the entree, the dessert. I don't know how things like are done in fancy places, but that was definitely pretty upscale. So maybe that's just how fine dining experiences generally are, or maybe that was just a unique thing that they did for the show that probably happens in real life too, but maybe not very commonly. I don't know the full story. I'm not classy enough to know what the hell was going on there, but either way, it was pretty fun, and obviously all the Maria reactions to eating the food and seeing the food is just always fantastic. She's adorable no matter what she does. She can't help herself. Let's be real. But I am glad though that the restaurant didn't say anything about the whole wearing the cap over the head because yeah, the ears might cause some trouble if they did say something. So lucky us. But yeah, then after that, the end of the episode was basically them planning their next potential episode in Japan, where Maria might go visit their house to watch some other movies and just socialize more. She gets another friend that she can talk to while in Japan, and it'll help her learn the language too, be more sociable, and just hopefully it'll all be good. And we'll see how it goes when they go back to Japan. But for now, next episode, it looks like we're going to be back in the fantasy world, and right now it seems like Kazuhio's main plan is to get a little bit stronger so he's able to take Maria into the labyrinth, and we'll see how that goes. It's also possible we meet that other that high level sorcerer from the Sorcerer Guild if they are going to show up to enter the labyrinth early. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens next episode when we're likely back in the fantasy world. I'm looking forward to it. So with that, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. This has been Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, episode 6, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.